My YouTube channel, The United Road, and another video, another live stream regarding the transfer window because that's what we are left with at this point of time. We don't have anything else. United is not playing. It's a mini break, you can say, a break which I don't know is going to make us better or make us worse. We will know in few days' time. But at this point of time, we are just going to talk about the transfer news. As we know, when it comes to United, we are not making any significant progress in terms of signing anyone. There are, reports. There are reports that we might see, Donny van der Beek going out. We might see Lingard going out, but as of now, it's just rumors. So let's see how that goes. Hello, Shiraj bhai, welcome to the stream. Good evening, Ashish bhai, welcome to the stream. Random guy, bro. If I can, I could just know your name, that would be amazing. Because here I, take everyone's name when it comes to talking to them. So that would make my life a bit easy. I am fine, Shiraj bhai. How are you, guys? As you can say, All right, Gaurav bhai, welcome to the stream. As I said, we will be talking about what Martial has said after going to Sevilla. We will also be talking about Lingard's move. As of now, it looks like on the verge of collapse. And we will also be talking about Donny's move. There are a lot of things that's going around at this point of time. We will also be talking about the other clubs' transfer window. When we look at the players, when we look at the clubs around us, what are they doing with in this transfer window? So we will be keeping an eye on that as well. Ashish says Lingard and Van de Beek out as well. Youth promotion from HB, also Ahmad to Ranger. Thoughts? Yeah, guys, Ahmad has already made his move. He is in action today. As we speak, he is going to make his debut for Rangers today. The game will be starting on, I think it must have started at this point of time. So we will, if there is significant progress in terms of what he is doing with Rangers, if that comes along, I will definitely be keeping an eye on that. But Ashish bhai, I don't think Lingard is going anywhere. The demands which are making for Lingard is absolutely atrocious. We want a survival bonus that if United survive, if Newcastle United survives, we need 12 million. So they are not, agreeing to that. Apart from that, they are more than happy to pay the loan fee as well as the, the wages, but they are not willing to pay 12 million pounds as a survival fee. So I don't think Lingard is going anywhere. He is frustrated. There are reports coming out that he is not happy. The family members around him are not happy as well. So let's see how that goes. Mejbri's promotion definitely Mejbri is going to get more game time after he comes back from the African Cup of Nations. And when it comes to the youth players, Mejbri, Ahmad, Elanga, these are the guys which are absolutely magnificent. So let's see how that goes. Shiraj bhai says if Donny goes on alone, then we need to sign a midfielder since we would be weak in the midfield. We are not going to sign anyone, Shiraj bhai. We are not going to sign anyone. As we speak, Romano has come up with a tweet that Juventus are in the pole position to sign Zakaria. So when we talk about other clubs making moves, when we talk about clubs which we see they don't have much money, they are like, oh, we are broke, we cannot make moves. And in the end, these are the clubs which are making the biggest moves. Juventus paid 75 million for Vlahovic. Now they are on the verge of signing Zakaria. So it's just madness, and we all know, we are just looking forward to the next manager. I don't think we are going to sign anybody in this transfer window. I will be talking about the moves which is already made. I will be also talking about the players which are on the verge of moving. I will be talking about lot of transfer complete, as well as the rumors which are going around. Hello Nishwa, welcome to the stream. Exactly, Nishwa, I totally agree. Totally agree that we definitely act as we are a beggar, when it comes to making the signings. In this scenario, I am not going over the limit or saying that, we are not going to do. I think we are just waiting for the manager. Manager kya looks like, we are going to make the moves. So today's transfer. All right, so we also have a news regarding Everton's new manager, guys. Everton's new manager is going to be none other than Lampard. He is more than happy to take the job, and everything we finalized very very soon. So Everton signing Lampard as their new manager. Crystal Palace Donny van de Beek talks are going on, so it could go in any direction. There are few journalists who are already saying that it's being done, but Fabrizio, he's still sticking to his word that it's still in progress. Hello Praful bhai, welcome to the stream. Lingard's deal, we have already talked about it, guys. That Lingard, I think it's on the verge of collapse. I don't think he is moving anywhere. Zakaria, a player which I love. I think many United fans, when we talk about Zakaria, many United fans love the player. But Romano has tweeted, and it's 7 million euros plus add-ons for Zakaria by Juventus. So Juventus already got Vlahovic. Now they have their eyes set on Zakaria. They are getting rid of Ramsey as well as few other players. So let's see. They will have a completely different midfield to look at. Pablo says Macfred Mania for the. It was going to happen. Nothing was going to change. Nothing was going to change. Hello Stalin, welcome to the stream. Bye. When we talk about making the signings, sorry guys, when I keep the my head down, I'm also looking at the tab at latest tweets or any news that's coming up, because it's about transfers. It's about transfers. So the scenario keeps on changing minute by minute. So let's see how that goes. Anish is asking, how could United not just pay 7 million for Zakaria? Absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea, Anish bhai, because इवन इफ वी आर लुकिंग एट अ न्यू मैनेजर, अगर नया मैनेजर चाहिए भी, ठीक है, अगर नया मैनेजर चाहिए भी, तब भी चैंपियंस लीग बचा है अभी, एफए कप बचा है अभी, प्रीमियर लीग के अंदर भी वी कैन मेक सो मेनी थिंग्स हैपन. अगर टॉप 4 अगर क्वालिफाई नहीं करते तो एनीवेज नेक्स्ट ईयर कोई आएगा नहीं. So makes no sense if we are not signing a midfielder who will improve our team at least for the next 6 months. 6 महीने के बाद जिसको भी साइन करना है करो. 6 महीने के बाद जिसको भी साइन करना है करो, किसी को फर्क नहीं पड़ता. ठीक है, उस टाइम का देखेंगे. At this point of time we always talk about making the signings. But end of the day, these are the problems. We cannot do this and all that stuff. And yes guys, Amar has already scored 5 minutes on his in his debut for Rangers. Amar has already scored, guys, so keeping an eye on that. Amar has already scored. Alright, coming to the questions. Lakshay bhai, Kamara news कुछ नहीं है. Kamara का कोई news नहीं है. He is not going to come. We might talk, we might not talk, but looks like we are not going to sign anyone. At this point of time, looks like no one is coming. Ashish, Ashish is asking, Ashish, do you agree we are one of the worst? Absolutely, Ashish bhai. It's not even a question. We are one of the worst run clubs in terms of everything. Stalin, no chances of any moves. At this point of time, we are more than happy you know, to get rid of some players who wants to leave, you know, get the wages of the books. We are more than happy with that. Apart from that, we are not going to make anything happen. हेलो अंकित भाई, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। आशीष, वैसे बेचा तो वैसे भी नहीं जाता इनसे, एग्जैक्टली ना तो बेचा जाता है ना तो खरीदा जाता है। जिसको खरीद के भी लाते हैं उसको खिलाते नहीं। तो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द क्लब, इट्स रॉटन टू द कोर। यू नो, खिलाओ ना खिलाओ, एटलीस्ट चांस दो। व्हेन यू आर स्पेंडिंग सो मच मनी ऑन अ प्लेयर, एटलीस्ट गिव हिम अ प्रॉपर चांस दो। नहीं खेलता है उसके बाद हटा दो, ठीक है। यू कैन नॉट जस्ट say that, oh, he is brilliant in training, you know, he is doing everything that could be done in training, and then when it comes to the match days, when it comes to the playing time, he is nowhere to be seen. तो वो चीज नहीं चलने वाला, you know. Problem is our right wing is sorted with Sancho and Ahmad, Rashi and Mason on left. Mason on the left is not going to work. We already have Elanga profile bhai, so we don't need, you know. When we talk about Greenwood, we don't need him on the left. You know, he's fine on the right. Devan says Ahmad gone, Martial gone, Lingard and Van de Beek. No chance of any signing. किसी को भी बेचो, signing नहीं करने वाले हैं. You know, and guys, I am talking in Hindi because, you know, all the questions and everything, you know, we can see a Hindi based crowd at this point of time. So English में question आएगा तो I will answer in English. Hindi में आएगा I will answer in Hindi. I am not going to make it, you know, just English based so that others can join in and enjoy the conversation as well. लक्ष्य भाई, उसका एक इंस्टिंक्ट एज अ स्ट्राइकर है। ग्रीनवुड एज अ स्ट्राइकर, यू नो, स्ट्राइकर के इंस्टिंक्ट के साथ खेलता है, एंड दैट्स व्हाई ही इज सेल्फिश एट टाइम्स। यू नो, स्ट्राइकर्स को देखोगे वो सेल्फिश ही होते हैं। So it's fine, but yeah, obviously he needs to understand that he is playing as a winger at this point of time. So दूसरों को भी गेम में लेके आओ at this point of time. Anandmay bhai, Ahmad has moved to Rangers on loan, and he has already scored inside 5 minutes on his debut. Guys, Ahmad has already scored. I have said this again, Ahmad has already scored for Rangers. So, you know, next 5 months, definitely I'm going to keep an eye on Ahmad when it comes to Rangers. If you have Wood subscription, guys, the match is on. You can definitely keep and watch. You know, I think this is the best move. Apart from Eredivisie, Scottish Premier League at this point of time is the best move for Ahmad. So, more than happy to see him out there. Anish says, you know, one thing I don't want... We are not going to make that move. Anish bhai, we are not going to sign Dembele. If we sign Dembele, we are a finished club. If we sign Dembele, we are a finished club. You know, makes no sense. High wages, a player who will be on the bench for majority of the games, makes no sense. Yeah, Shiv bhai, already scored, and you know, as I said, Scottish Premier League is the way to go for him. So, and मूविंग ऑन फ्रॉम अमाद, मार्शियल के बारे में बात करेंगे। मार्शियल हैज गिवन एन इंटरव्यू आफ्टर मूविंग टू सेविया दैट ही वांट्स टू स्कोर मोर गोल्स, ही वांट्स टू हेल्प आउट द टीम विथ हिज एक्सपीरियंस डेफिनेटली। यू नो, ही हैज बीन अ पार्ट ऑफ यूनाइटेड टीम फॉर एटलीस्ट, यू नो, six years now, you know. So obviously there is a lot of experience out there to handle the pressure to play in the Premier League. But when it comes to, you know, walking the talk, बात तो बहुत लोग कर लेते हैं ना. When it comes to walking the talk, is he going to perform? You know, we talked about Martial in the last stream. If Martial fires, we might see a new La Liga champion this time. You know, he can definitely make a difference. But big if. Let's see how that goes. Anish bhai says signing Dembele makes sense on a commercial basis. Even on the commercial basis, to be honest, there are not many fans, Anish bhai. When we talk about Pogba, when we talk about Martial, these guys have a totally different fan base. You know, when it comes to Dembele, he has not reached that level yet. So let's see. Shiva is asking Anshuman bhai, where do you want Van de Beek, at Everton or at Crystal Palace? I think at Crystal Palace, Shiv bhai. I won't mind Everton as well, because both the clubs, when you look at Everton as well as when you look at Crystal Palace, they are managed by two of the best midfielders Premier League has ever seen. So whether it's Lampard or whether it's Vieira, I think Donny is definitely going to improve a lot, you know. So let's see how that goes. It could go anywhere. We have talked, we have seen that, in the last moments the moves change. At this point of time, Van de Beek is bound to sign for bound to sign for Crystal Palace, but you never know. You never know. So let's see how that goes. It will happen very, very quickly. It will happen very, very quickly. Guys, I have tried a different time today because it's Saturday, and Saturday nights basically, it's for family time. So I just wanted to get along with the stream in the evening, and whoever joins. So I feel that way as well, Anish bhai. I feel that way as well. That if Donny goes to Crystal Palace, that's a better move for him rather than Everton. I absolutely love how the way Vieira is managing Palace. He is doing great. I won't say he's a world class manager, but he's a good manager. He will definitely help Donny improve. So let's see how that goes. Alright guys, so we have talked about Lingard, we have talked about Donny, we have talked about Martial. Alright, Marlene is here. Hello Marlene, welcome to the stream. Anisha says, are you not surprised that English clubs wanting manager? I think Ole is going to take a break, Anish bhai. He was linked with the Everton job, but I think he's going to take some time off and then he might come back into managerial role. So we will have to wait and see how that goes. Exactly, Shiv bhai, totally agreed. Praful bhai says Crystal Palace having a better season than Everton. Exactly, when it comes to talking about the season, Everton are in an absolute mess at this point of time. So obviously you have your own point of view, Praful bhai, and I totally agree. I totally agree that at this point of time, if Donny moves to Palace, that's a better move than Everton. So let's see how that goes. Alright guys, we will be talking about other clubs. I'm not going to keep it just about United, as I said, because we are not making a lot of moves in the market, but other teams are. So we will be keeping an eye on Juventus, Liverpool. So let's see how that goes. Yeah, Ritesh bhai, he has already scored for Rangers. Amar has already scored for Rangers. We have talked about it on the stream as well. That's great to see. He is very, very talented. So let's see how that goes. Yeah, Marlene, Donny to Palace is on the verge of happening. Few of the English journalists are already saying that it has happened. So let's see how that goes. Nova says want Ralph to continue. High possibility of it happening. High possibility of it happening, Nova. But let's see how that goes. Devansh says Aston Villa making some really great signings. They are showing ambition. They are showing a lot of ambition at this point of time, Devansh. They want to make this thing happen. So let's see how that goes. Praful says Liverpool will sell Mane or Firmino. Firmino is the most likely option to move out. Firmino is the most likely option to move out. Guys, as I said, I have shared the link on Twitter. So if you can just RT it, that would be absolutely brilliant. I want more and more United fans to join. Hello Ritra bhai, welcome to the stream. Newcastle have lot of money, Nova. We will have to understand they have limitless money at this point of time. They are trying to make sure that for the next season they are still in the Premier League. Otherwise, they will be facing a loss of at least £100 million. That's the money you get when you stay in the Premier League. So when it comes to Newcastle, they have so much money at this point of time. They have so much money that they can do whatever they want, in the transfer market. So it was going to be like that. It was going to be like that. At this point of time, they are making loan moves and they are making the signings which will, give them depth going into the second half of the season. So let's see how that goes. Exactly, Nova, exactly. They have so much money, It's like, imagine they were spending around 30 million on Diego Carlos from Sevilla. Obviously, Sevilla wasn't going to just, let him go. So otherwise, it was a very easy move for them as well. They are looking at Dan Burn at this point of time. Newcastle wants to sign Dan Burn for 10 million. So we will have to wait and watch and see, how that scenario pops up. Anish bhai says, look, let's talk about Traore to Barcelona. Traore to Barcelona makes sense, Anish bhai. That makes sense for Wolves as well as Barcelona at this point of time. Barcelona needed depth, you know. Barcelona needed depth and they have gone for someone who's very, very, you can say it's all about the pace with Traore. So he can definitely terrorize the defenses in La Liga. But if Xavi can somehow improve his finishing and his final product, he can definitely turn out to be a brilliant player for Barcelona. Let's see how that goes. Stalin says, do you think at this point of time it's us? Stalin, at this point of time, it's us. Barcelona are in a huge mess. Barcelona are in a huge mess. Much more mess than we were ever been. So at this point of time, I think we are a better run club, but not by a mile. Not by a mile. I think it's 51-49. Hello Fazbhai, no update on Kamara. No update on Kamara. At this point of time, guys, we are not making any moves in the transfer market in terms of signing. The only things which is happening at this point of time is we are letting players go. So let's see how that goes. Traore versus Martial. That would be absolutely brilliant, Anish bhai. Rohan bhai says, good evening, Anshu. Alright. Rohan bhai says, good evening, Anshu. Good evening, Rohan bhai. Jack says, who is the CDM choice and what is the confidence level we are not going to get anyone, Matt. If you're talking about winter, in summer, I think we are going all guns blazing for Declan Rice. I think we might overpay again, just like we did in the case of Maguire. So that's my biggest worry. We could have gone for someone like Zakaria at this point of time for just 7 millions, but we let that opportunity go. So let's see how that goes. In summer, Jack, as I said, I think we are going all guns blazing for Declan Rice. Declan Rice is the name which is linked with us and we are going to overpay. If we have to sign him, we will have to overpay, and that's the thing I think we are going to do. Exactly, Anish bhai. Exactly. It's absolutely pathetic. No, but that's for sure. At this point of time, Ban Bissaka will be our second choice. He's not going to be our first choice. 100 million, Jack. 100 million, not a penny less. They are not going to let him go for a penny less. 100 million for Declan Rice for sure. Praful bhai, when we talk about English talents, we will have to overpay. We are Manchester United. Over Tukemeni, I will take Rice, Jack. Over Tukemeni, I will take Rice because of his experience in the Premier League. We need a striker, Shiv bhai, but I don't think we are going to sign Haaland. He is Madrid bound and Juventus already picked up Vlahovic. So in the transfer market, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We will have to just wait and watch. Yes, Aditya bhai, Ahmad has already scored. Nova says 115 million. I think 100 million will just do. They will definitely demand because we need a CDM. We need a CDM. That's why they are going to demand that much amount of money, Aditya bhai. Oh, sorry, Jack. Aditya bhai, I'm absolutely fine. How are you? Guys, as I said, I have shared the link on Twitter. If you can just RT it, that would be absolutely brilliant. I just hope that more and more people can join in and we can talk about the transfer window that's happening at this point of time. Anish Bhai says when United finally gets the player, it's like the whole world knows at that point of time. Exactly, Anish Bhai. Praful says next year we still have Ronnie. I really want to. That's one way to see it, Praful Bhai. But I don't think we will challenge for title with Greenwood and Elanga just yet. Maybe in 2 or 3 years time, but not yet. Yes, Keegan Ahmad scored in the fifth minute. In the fifth minute on his debut. So exactly, Anish bhai. When we are desperate to sign someone, obviously they are going to take advantage of that situation. So let's see how that goes. Aditya says we should go for Tukemeni from now on. I think we are going to get all guns blazing for Declan Rice in the summer, Aditya bhai. I think we will end up paying 100 million. We might try to form a structure, where we pay that 100 million in next 3 or next 5 years. But I think we are going all guns blazing for Declan Rice. Jack says we are, yeah, don't know when we will live. That's not going to happen till Glazers are there. We are absolutely pathetic in every term of our scouting. Even when our scouts send the reports, the board is not even bothered to look at it. Same thing happened with Davis. Alfonso Davis, our scouts sent almost 15, 17 reports and we were not even bothered to have a look at it. So that shows, how pathetic the club is run at this point of time. Hello Venkatesh bhai, welcome to the stream. Guys, as I said, United is not making any moves at this point of time. The only thing we are looking at this point of time is letting go of the players. So let's see how that pans out. Shivbai says consider best of definitely Ten Hag for me. Definitely Ten Hag for me. Shivbai. Anish says Declan Rice will not happen in summer. Anish bhai, whoever comes in, sometimes it's not on just the manager. Obviously, the others around the club, when we look at Muta, when we look at Fletcher, these are the guys who will be making the initial decisions in terms of the players. So it will be on the upcoming manager to fit that player into it. So let's see. Why would we need PK to retire at United? He can retire at any point of time. He can retire at any point of time and not at United. So don't want a finished guy at the club at this point of time. Even with PL experience, I'm going for someone like Ten Hag at this point of time. He lacks, but he makes up more for it with his tactical brilliance. So we Jack, to be honest, that totally depends. If we are letting Donny as well as Pogba go, then we need at least three guys in the midfield. If we are letting one of them go, then also we need at least two guys. So definitely, Jack, definitely, he will definitely choose United. I have no doubt that if we are pursuing Declan Rice with authority, I think he will definitely choose us. we won't reach that level just yet, Nova. But yeah, we need to make sure that the signings we are making is not rushed. At this point of time, the thing we need to do is make sure that we are making daily progress in terms of signing. Because if we go at the last moment and we are trying to, like, we need you, obviously those club and that club or the player might not prefer it. So we have to make them understand that we want you at the club to improve us and to become a vital part of it. So let's see whether we can convince them or not. We have heard a lot of things before about how we go, how manager just goes and he is like, this much money for this many years. He is not even trying to let them know the project. It's all about the money. So let's see how that goes. Exactly, Jack. I totally agree. Jack says Matic, Mata, Pogba, and even Donny leaving. If Donny won't leave, Jack. Donny won't leave if we appoint Ten Hag. Even with Poch, I don't see Donny leaving, and that's why I think that's a sensible move that we let him go to a club where he can play, just like Crystal Palace. He can get back with valuable, game time, and in the summer, I definitely see him making his mark finally. And he says many players actually prefer United despite. I never wanted Grealish, Anish bhai. To be very honest, I never wanted Grealish. Because of the position he plays. He is not a player I would spend 100 million on when we have a CDM to look after. We also have to make sure that we have a striker as well. Might be a right back, experienced right back. So makes no sense on going out to pay 100 million for someone like Grealish. Prashant bhai, no. Prashant bhai, absolutely no. Exactly, Nova. That's the problem. Exactly. You know, all of a sudden we are linked with everyone, and all of a sudden, you know, the entire news goes out of the window. So that's the thing. That's the thing with us as well. All right. So guys, Luis Diaz is on the verge of signing for Liverpool. Many of you must be knowing him. He is from Porto. He is a winger and he is in the form of his life. And Liverpool are looking at him to replace Mane in the long term. So let's see how that move pans out. Diaz has rejected Spurs. Diaz has rejected Spurs in order to make a move to Liverpool. That makes total sense. Noah says, Donu, he is going to start. He won't be on the bench. He will be starting under Eric Ten Hag. Hello Shen bhai, welcome to the stream. Yeah, finally you made it. We were not in for Luis Diaz at any point of time, Nova. We were not in for Luis Diaz for any point of time. That was all noise. The only two clubs that were interested in uh, Diaz was Tottenham. They were scouting him for months, as well as Liverpool. They wanted him after his brilliant Copa America form. So let's say, yeah, it's almost done, Prashant bhai. Zakaria will be a Juventus player very, very soon. The talks are going on, and the amount of money which Gladbach is getting, you know, it's going to be an easy move for someone like Zakaria to make in terms of signing for Juventus. Nova, the sources were all Portuguese. Obviously, they like to hype their players in order to make sure that they are getting a lot of money. So apart from Portuguese sources, there was nothing else in the report that says, you know, Diaz to United. We will be moving at other rumors at this point of time as well, guys. That Barcelona as well as Juventus wants Aubameyang on loan for the rest of the season. I don't see, you know, Juventus going for Oba after signing Vlahovic. I think they might make a move only if Morata leaves. So let's see how that goes. But Aubameyang will always be in demand. Aubameyang will always be in demand. So next rumor, guys. Moyes wants Rafinha, and he wants him in January. I don't see many truth in this, to be honest. So let's see how that goes. हेलो कौशिक भाई, जल्दी आ जाएगा, ग्लोरी हंटर पीछे जल्दी ही आ जाएगा. आई वॉज नॉट वेल कौशिक भाई, सो वो बिल्कुल दिमाग से ही निकल गया. Shane is asking Donny to Crystal Palace, is it real? It is real. It's not 100% sure just yet, Sharon bhai, but it will be very very soon. So let's see. Exactly, Nova. Definitely a meme. Definitely. Shiv says most important thing for signing good players is finishing top 10. Exactly, Shiv. Tabi, we were talking about making signings to ensure that we get to the top 4. If we are waiting to make world-class signings in summer and we are not in the Champions League, no one is going to come. And that's the problem. Alright, so guys, next news. As I said, we will be talking about the news at one point of time. Jack, we can definitely sign a player in the January window, but we are waiting for the new manager. So let's see how that goes. We have all the reasons, just to make sure that we are not signing. We will always keep, putting it on the circumstances rather than going out and making sure that we are making the right moves. Tully says we need to start buying or getting players on loan like Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Tully making signings like that definitely makes sense. But we all know how we are going at this point of time. Hello Yash bhai, welcome to the stream. All good? You tell me, how are you? Prashant is asking, do you have any chance for Sule? No, Prashant bhai, why do we need Sule? When we talk about Nicolas Sule, why do we need him? His pace is even slower than Harry Maguire. And in the if that guy is not able to, stop the players from scoring in Bundesliga, he will be an absolute mess when it comes to the Premier League. His defensive positioning is really good. He can definitely work in a system where we are trying to play with 3 at the back in terms of centre backs. But when we look at Sule's pace, it's absolutely horrible. You watch his clips when he moved for Bayern Munich. It's like he's trying so hard. His positioning is absolutely fantastic. No doubt about that. His positioning is fantastic. But when we look at the pace, Sule's pace is slower than Maguire. And that's where bringing him in will make, it's not going to make sense. He's a free agent. Jada wages mangega. And we can definitely try our young players. अगर उसी को लेके आना है, rather than give our younger players some game time. ठीक है? We have Tunzebe on loan to Napoli, वापस आएगा. We have Mengi on loan, वो भी वापस आएगा. So we have to make sure that we are not distributing money for free. We have to make sure of that. So Prashant is asking, what about Maguire? No, he is not going to leave. Who is going to sign Harry Maguire, Prashant bhai? If someone pays 45-50 million for Harry Maguire, 45 million, I think we will definitely consider it. But below that, I don't think. And to be very honest, I like how Maguire is. It's just take off the captaincy. Captaincy हटा लो उससे. As a player, he still can perform. He's not that bad. He can perform, but at this point of time, उससे कैप्टेंसी ले लो पहले तो. कैप्टेंसी में उसका कुछ नहीं होने वाला. देख चुके ऑलरेडी. He is a good player. इट्स नॉट हिज फॉल्ट, उसकी गलती नहीं है ना। अब हमने 80 मिलियन दे दिया और हमने उठा लिया, हमने बोला अरे चलो भाई ही विल बी अवर वैन डाइक, ठीक है। ऑब्वियसली इट्स नॉट हिज फॉल्ट, बट कैप्टेंसी देना वॉज आवर फॉल्ट, ओले's फॉल्ट. At that point of time, we didn't have many players, and we thought that all right, he is an English centre back, he has played in the Premier League, and he can do the job, but he has failed miserably, बहुत बुरी तरीके से फ्लॉप. सो पहले उससे कैप्टेंसी ले लो, एंड देन वी विल टॉक अबाउट व्हाट टू डू इन टर्म्स ऑफ अ सेंटर बैक, whether we keep him or whether we make sure that he is not in the play at any point of time. Anish bhai says we should sell Bisaka and get Lamptey. Never a fan of Bisaka. Anish bhai, Bisaka didn't improve. Bisaka didn't improve, and that's the problem. Rated highly, he was always a brilliant defender, but attack जब improve ही नहीं किया, that was on the coaches, even on the player. He never improved. So इस चक्कर के अंदर ना हो गया उसका, ठीक है. That's why I always said that right back एक experience चाहिए, because when we look at the two right backs we have, एक से अटैक नहीं होता, एक डिफेंसिवली बहुत वनरेबल है. He can definitely improve, but at this point of time defensively बहुत वनरेबल है डलो. I really like him the way he attacks and everything, but अगर उसका डिफेंसिव गेम इंप्रूव नहीं होता है तो फिर वही वाली बात कि एक अटैक पे अटैक कर रहा है, दूसरा डिफेंड कर रहा है, एक कंप्लीट पैकेज जो है वो नहीं है हमारे पास. I feel that too प्रशांत भाई with his क्योंकि उसकी डिफेंसिव पोजीशनिंग देखो ना गाइस. When we look at someone like Bisaka, he is always playing at the third center back. वो लिंडलॉफ के साइड में खड़ा होता है यार वो आधे मैचेस में तो, और उसके बाद when there is a cross or when someone is trying to run at him, उसके बाद घुसता है वो अंदर. उसके पहले उसका एक ही काम है बस कि वो लिंडलॉफ के साइड में जाके खड़े हो जाता है कि क्रॉसेस आएंगी, क्रॉसेस. Look at the games Bisaka plays, and it's total fault. It's a total, defensive lapse in the terms of our coaching. Coaches क्या करते हैं हमारे, भगवान जाने. When we look at someone like Bisaka, he is, literally roaming around at Lindelof's position. So करण भाई जिससे हिंदी, इट वॉज नेवर अबाउट जस्ट इंग्लिश. सो हिंदी में बात करने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. हिंदी में क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, हिंदी में बात करूंगा, इंग्लिश में आएंगे, इंग्लिश में बात करूंगा. हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट एवरीवन फील्स अ पार्ट ऑफ द चैनल, ठीक है. बहुत लोग यूनाइटेड फैंस को बहुत लोग यूनाइटेड को फॉलो करते हैं, दे आर नॉट इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग. सो सबका ध्यान रखना है, सबका ध्यान रखना है. एग्जैक्टली शेन भाई, आई टोटली अग्री. Nice one, Nova. Nice one. I don't know Prashant bhai about dominating. I don't know about dominating, but when we talk about his positioning, he definitely looks a much better center back in terms of how he positions himself. Karan bhai, foreign का audience है, but when we look at the stats, the analytics, देखने वाले इंडिया के ही होते हैं, ठीक है, मेजॉरिटी, और फ्रॉम साउथ ईस्ट एशिया. सो whoever is joining, as I said, I will be keep on talking in Hindi as well as English. So जिस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस आएंगे उस तरीके से. शुभम says I'm totally fine. Shubham bhai, how are you? Shubham bhai says United are losing their way again. To be honest, Ralph should not be given the job. I am not going to advocate Ralph for the job. I'm not going to advocate him, to be honest, Shubham bhai. But yeah, as you said, CDM, right back, striker, center midfielder, we have lot of things to look at, because there are players who are going to move. Out of the club. So अगर ध्यान अभी नहीं दिया तो हमारे हो गया काम फिर से समर में. Shiran says AWB Bisaka won't get a chance until Delo is. Exactly, Shiran bhai, But as I said, just because he is on fire doesn't, make him 100% starter. उसको भी अपना defensive game, Delo will definitely have to improve his defensive game. Seriously, Nova. Seriously. Definitely. She was saying, guys, that if Dan Anderson goes, do we need to sign a goalkeeper? Definitely, we will definitely need a goalkeeper because Heaton is our third choice. His age is too much, and when we look at the goalkeeping coach we have at this point of time, he will be leaving as well. So we definitely will be needing a goalkeeper in case Henderson leaves. No, he is not going anywhere, Nova. Rashford is not going anywhere, guys. He's going to stay, and he just need to get back to his best. We have shown glimpses in the last two games. I think he is going to get back to his best and make sure that he takes United to another level. So let's see how that goes. Tulisius, we all think we are big name managers. Exactly, Tulish. It's not about the complaint. It's not about the complaint part. At this point of time, beggar can't be a chooser. We are not getting anyone at this point of time. There are not many options available in the market at this point of time. So we have to make sure that the guys which are available to us, we get the job done as soon as possible. Shubham bhai, exactly. That's why I always say that we have to make sure that we have experienced option. At the left back, Teles, he's a brilliant backup option. He can play as the main left back as well because of his experience. When we look at Bisaka and Dalo, they don't have the experience. Anish bhai, Hakimi is not going to come. Hello Musabir bhai, welcome to the stream. That's on coaching staff, Sabir bhai. I don't know why don't we try him. So, we were just talking about him as our centre back, but at this point of time, it looks like it's not going to happen. We have talked about his positioning. His positioning is almost of a centre back most of the times. So, just a bit bizarre to see, why he is not even being tried. Why he's not even being tried. So, let's see. Shayan says, I hope Martial plays his loan spell well. Exactly, Shreyas bhai, Shayan bhai, exactly. I feel the same way. As I said, said that in the beginning of the stream that if Martial fires, he will definitely take Sevilla to the title. And in terms of his quality, I think if he can get, some consistency with the club, with Sevilla, he will be, putting it on fire. So, hello Abhishek Bhaiya, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Jones came in 2011, Nova. You know, he had a brilliant season, and at that point of time, the hype was absolutely unreal around Jones. The way Sir Alex talked about him, praised him, but you know, injuries injuries ruined him and ruined him for good. So I just say we probably won't get any world class number 9 in summer. Looks like it, Anish bhai. Looks like it that we will definitely be keeping Martial for another season. Because Vlahovic is gone, Haaland will be moving to Madrid most probably. So, let's see how that goes. No, why it's a problem. Watery eyes. Nishant bhai, hello, welcome to the stream. Abhishek bhai says good to see you healthy and smiling. Brutal in WhatsApp. Abhishek bhai, I just wanted to give my throat proper rest before I start to stream again. And obviously, it was going to take some time after recovering from fever as well as cold and cough. So it feels good. It feels good to be back here. So what happened? Thoughts on Donny Saka? Musafir bhai, I think that's a good move that he is going, to Crystal Palace. I think it's a good move. So let's see how that goes. But I think that's a good move in terms of the game time as well as what he can learn from someone like Patrick Vieira. So that would be absolutely immense as well. Abhishek Bhaiya is asking, do you guys see? No, Abhishek Bhaiya, don't. I'm not expecting any signings to be honest. Not expecting any signings to be honest. And the only thing we are looking at this point of time is how much wages we can get off the table. We are getting the wages of Donny at this point of time. Martial's wages are gone as well. We might let Lingard go. At this point of time, it looks like collapsing, but you never know. And then we have other things to look at as well. If we can get other players out as well, the younger players on loan. We have sent Mengi, we have sent Ahmad, Mejbri. The chances of Mejbri getting more game time just increased by a lot. If just Donny move is sealed. So let's see how that goes. And guys, this was the transfer review. At this point of time, the transfer news in terms of what we are trying to achieve. So when we talk about the transfers, I was streaming, and when I look at the news, it's all the noise around other clubs. United, the only thing we are doing at this point of time is asking for, भाई सर्वाइवल के पैसे दे दो हमें न्यूकासल से. That's what we are trying to get at this point of time. 12 million चाहिए सर्वाइवल बनी. Shiren bhai, the deal is not going through because we want 12 million pounds from Newcastle if they survive. If they sign Jesse Lingard and if they survive, we want 12 million, and that's why they are not paying at this point of time. They are not agreeing to that clause, to be honest. Abhishek Bhaiya saying Lingard is going there, just give. अभिषेक भैया वही बोल रहा हूं मैं अभी कि सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है कि उनको हमें सर्वाइवल के पैसे चाहिए. वी आर सेइंग इफ लिंगार्ड helps Newcastle survive, we need 12 million pounds. Newcastle is more than happy to pay a loan fee. They are more than happy to cover the wages, but we are being greedy. We are being greedy at this point of time, and they are saying, that we are not going to pay. They are not going to pay. Imagine getting loan fee for a player who will be a free agent in 6 months time, even getting a loan fee and still asking for 12 million. Karan bhai, no idea. Our board, the guys in charge are absolutely out of their minds. Exactly, Nishant bhai, no point of asking. We have the supporters club. We are officially recognized supporter clubs Nova. It's called Delhi MUSC NCR. So we attend the games together. We organize the screenings together. So Abhishek Bhaiya, makes no sense, to be honest. Makes no sense. In the end, if they are going to say no, you are still losing out and you are still paying Lingard for absolutely nothing for the next 6 months. Just let him go. Nothing else. Just let him go. Guys, as I said, you can share the link with everyone around you. I won't be keeping it long. As I said, we have already talked about a lot of United news as well as the news around the clubs. We have talked about Diaz to Liverpool, Traore to Barcelona, Vlahovic to Juventus is done, Zakaria to Juventus will be done very very soon. So we have no targets. Nishant bhai, we have no targets. So Abhishek bhai is saying if Martial was done, we can do. Abhishek bhai, Martial's deal was done because Martial wanted to leave and he was, on a very very huge wage, 250,000 per week. Lingard's wages are way low, and he is out of here in 6 months. So the psyche is very difficult to understand. So let's see how we end up. These three, the three in my thumbnail. Martial is gone for sure. He is gone. We all know that he is off to Sevilla. Donny will be a Palace player, on loan very very shortly. It's the Lingard saga, that's taking the most time. Zakaria is very very impressive, Abhishek Bhaiya. He's very impressive, and 7 million for a guy like Zakaria is an absolute steal. What's going to bother me is we didn't even try. We didn't even try. So Everton, I don't see it. I don't see him going to Everton. The only way that's possible that Donny goes to Everton अगर एवर्टन ज़्यादा पैसे दे दे लोन फी. Everton definitely have more money than Palace. No, but the Zakaria thing is hyped up because he is a player who's available for a steal. It's like 7 to 8 million. Makes इससे ज़्यादा Dan बन जा रहा है इससे ज़्यादा में to Palace. To Newcastle. So he is available for a very small sum of money, and that's why the hype is there. He's one of the best out there when we talk about quality. Obviously, he has come back from injury, and I won't say he's just at 100% yet, but even at 80%, he is better than our midfield. The Maxfred midfield we have at this point of time. So that's why, that's why the thing is so hyped up, and we need players like those. He gives us extra option as well, and he gives us more, flexibility in terms of formation as well. So Nishan says Vieira can transform Donny. If definitely, Nishan, definitely. His market value is definitely playing a part in his hype up. Nova, because he is in the final 6 months of his contract, and that's why his value is so low. He was just coming back from an injury. Abhishek Bhaiya, now he is almost there. The player he used to be 1.5 years back before the injury. He's almost there. I won't say 100%, but he is almost there. Not long before he reaches his level. So as I say, you can share the link even after the stream ends. Like, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications on. More people showing up gives a lot of boost to my confidence. So with this, guys, I will be closing down the stream for today. If anything comes up, Donny news, Lingard news, any sort of news around United, I will be trying to come up live as soon as possible. So stay safe, take care. Alright, we have a last message. Alright, take care. Take care, Nishant bhai. Take care, Abhishek bhaiya. Shiran says United at least make a pre-agreement with Kamara. Not going to happen, Shiran bhai. Not going to happen. Anish bhai, you also take care. Thanks a lot for checking up on me. And thanks a lot, guys, for joining. As I said, you can share the link even after the stream ends, and make sure that other fans join for the next stream as well. Thanks a lot, Karmai, for joining. Take care, stay safe, and spend the weekend with your family. Have some quality time. Good night, guys, and stay safe.